Hi Leo, welcome back if you're a returning viewer. This is Mary Ellen coming to you from Moonrise Cottage for your Soul Tarot reading for May 2017. If you're a new viewer, welcome. I'm very excited about all the people that are coming to the channel, and the readings have been going a little bit long, so I'm going to jump right in. I'm using the Celtic Wisdom Tarot deck developed by Caitlin Matthews. It's very powerful, a really beautiful deck with amazing illustrations. I'm a clairvoyant, clairaudient, clairsentient individual, and I was led to begin this YouTube channel after some commitments that I made with Spirit about coming to the collective, if you will, in order to help get the messages that are trying to come out this year in 2017. As we go through, what's popping through is a runic cycle of shift and change. Meaning, you know, prophecy is the word that I'm hearing. Last month, there were a lot of messages about letters from Spirit. This month, it is continuing, but we are beginning to enter into the phase of prophecy, if you will, to talk about your destiny. As a Leo, as a person, and what it means to walk with that energy signature. So you'll see me touching the cards. It is how I channel the messages from Spirit. And if you haven't seen the readings from earlier in the year, I'm urging you to take some time to go and do that, because these messages build upon each other, okay? So this is very interesting, sitting over the top of your reading, giving it energy, giving it guidance, giving it light. And again, I'm hearing the word prophetic. Prophetic information about the journey this month as it builds upon what happened in the last couple of months and the information that came through to me about the eclipses. So if you're new or you haven't had the chance to look at some of those things, go to the playlist on my channel and you'll find the eclipse videos and some other things there that may be helpful, okay? So, last month, in the center of your reading, we had the double-headed dreamer. And underneath the double-headed dreamer was the keeper of harmony. So, what Spirit is saying to me is that that is your destination. That is the place you are moving into, and the aspects that you have available to you as you continue to take this march. Interesting, I'm hearing a march. This march toward the months ahead, preparing for the next cycle of shift and change that is going to come through at the eclipses that are coming in August, okay? So last month you had a particular kind of battle. That's interesting. Yes, so I'm just going to leave it at that. I was going to say journey, okay, that had to do with battle. There were some very significant battles on the spiritual realm that you were dealing with as you were walking your human life, okay? This month, right on top, we have the empowerer of will. You see that? That is the sacred goddess of victory. She is here to guide your pathway forward and to let you know, in no uncertain terms, the phrase I'm getting, that you are victorious in the efforts that you are putting forward. Whether or not you can recognize it in your life yet, stay on the path, because you are winding your destiny toward the victory that is about which the prophecy has been written for people who come through to this realm with the energy signature of Leo, right? The lion-hearted. In the traditional tarot, this would align with the strength card, and we see the lion in the background, okay? And Spirit is saying, you know, we're talking about prophecy. In the ancient Celtic times, people believed that the seat of the soul was in the head. And when they would line on a battlefield preparing for battle, they would bring a hare with them and release the hare onto the battlefield, and using a divinatory process that was based on the direction that the hair went and how it traversed the battlefield, they would have some understanding about what the outcome was going to be. And so Spirit says, in some sense, that's the message in this card for you this month. Okay? There's some, where Spirit has let loose the hair into your existence, assuring victory, but your movement through this journey is important, and it's not just about the outcome. That's the message. Okay, sorry, it took me a minute to pop that out. So that is the message in this card. So we're going to see the story of that, the continuation of that story, of how here's what's the phrase that's coming through. How runs the hair, okay, as you march toward victory on your spiritual journey. That's a beautiful message. So the shift and change that you took last month has brought you to this place. And look at that. Okay, last month I believe we were talking about the way in which battles are done. So this is the King of Art. The King of Art is a sacred warrior, a spiritual warrior, who stands in this plane of existence, having been very highly activated at the heart chakra. Do you see the sacred spiral there? Life, birth, life, decay, death, chaos, and regeneration, rebirth. And there's the signatory of the raven, which flies back and forth across the veil. This, the King of Art, is extremely proficient at the art of living in a sacred way, and is actuated at the third eye, has sacred vision, and the ability to communicate back and forth across the veil as a warrior here on earth. Okay, so this is the destination this month. This is the thing we're going to be talking about on your earthly walk as it connects to the spirit realm. Do you see? And I talk a lot about warriorship, and I need to remind myself, to remind you, that we're not talking about literal fighting. We're not talking about violence. We're not talking about actual weapons. We're talking about this, which is personal spiritual power on the inside in order to discover what needs to be known. All right? So this is the energy. I'm going to see if I can scroll in on that for you. That's the energy with which you're walking this month. These two things. Very high energy, very powerful. Assured of victory, marching toward victory in the run of the hare, how this battle is taking place. That is the subject of the letters that Spirit is attempting to send to you through me. Okay? So on your spirit realm, or pardon me, I apologize, on your human realm, on your human walk this month. Let's see, look at that. Okay, so again, as a result of that very powerful journey last month that brought you to a quest, the outcome was the quest of art. Going on a quest for a new life, okay, and a new way of being, in abundance, in love, in joy. This is the King of Skill. So, the Goddess of Victory and the King of Skill, here with you, along with the Empower of Will. It's, those three concepts alone are pretty profound. So last month you went through these significant battles. Some of those cards were pretty scary looking, weren't they? Now your set point is that you have come across, do you see this body of water? You've come across. You have on this blue apron, you have transformed. You are at the top of a skill set. You have finished a cycle, and you are setting off in this way. You've been through a lot of battles. Your shield is now hanging on the wall at your back. And what you are doing in your personal workshop, okay, inside yourself, you are crafting the new shoes with which you will walk forward. In this new way, you are walking forward in a very new way into this quest with a high degree of skill and understanding about your set point and the changes that you have made, the journey that you have been on, which is why we see this body of water outside the window and these mountaintops you have come across, okay? That's very exciting. Okay, so here, yeah, look at that. You know, last month there were some images here about strife, certain kinds of doing battle. And as the King of Skill, you are now embarking this quest that you were sent on last month. You are embarking on a quest towards courtship. The courtship of skill. And this card is a very interesting card. You know, obviously it's about building skills. It's a youthful card. It's a number 3, so it's a beginning. With the skills you've gained, you are, I guess just what I was just saying, you are setting off on this quest, okay? And they're standing at the shore of the river of life. Okay? Abundance, journeying, with new life and transformation continuing to grow. You are joining your energy with those around you and with yourself. Okay, the joining of internally of male and female archetypes. This is the sun. And you see that? Could Spirit talk to you any more loudly? There's the lion. I love how these cards come out. Really beautiful. And also part of what Spirit is saying, yes, the things I said, and also standing hand in hand with Spirit now. Being very aware that you are on a journey, hand in hand with Spirit, having touched the divine, and being ready and willing to walk forward. And when you join in this way, those vessels, you see the vessels behind these two people? They will become activated, and the gifts that are still mysteriously inside of them will begin to flow outward. That's what I'm hearing. The gifts will flow out of these vessels. This is also about the human collective here on the earth. We are beginning to join our energies in a way that is new and powerful, with this lion-hearted energy, with the sun shining upon us, the energy of the sun. The light is what I'm hearing. And there is some furtiveness. We're not entirely sure. Spirit says, that's okay. Don't worry about it. Just hold my hand and let's go on this walk. Let's have this beautiful courtship of discovery, of a new skill set that will affect the way we live our lives and allow us to join the river of spiritual abundance that is our birthright. That's a beautiful message, Leo. I love this. I'm so glad this came out for you. Okay, that's fantastic. Let's see what's here. Okay, so very interesting. To see the, as the readings go through, I try to keep them to 30 minutes or less, which is often a challenge. So do me a favor. As these things come through, pay attention to the lines that are developing in each way, all right? And just in case I forget to talk about it, because sometimes there's so much information that is crowding through, trying to push through my own pipeline. So, the combat of art. Look at that. I'm trying to remember if you had that in your reading last month. Again, an artful way of doing combat. Okay? It's a number 5 card. We're halfway up the totem pole, if you will, in terms of development. So for you this month, in this placement, you see the sun is coming up again. There's the sun. This card looks dark. It looks scary. Clearly it's a battle scene. Slings and arrows coming in over the top. Okay? Sacred, sort of mystical, magical warriors with shields. They look a little bit otherworldly. So, the story behind this card was about a battle that happened, and because the king of the land wanted reinforcements and more warriors, some magic was, a spell was cast, if you will, and the forest, the tree people were forced to reshape themselves and take up their shields and weapons in order to help. And it was futile. The card is about understanding the futility of action. Okay? So for you this month in this placement, given the cards that are here on the table, do you see the combat of art sitting aligned with the empower of will? And here with this kind of vision, being this king who has put his weapons down. Okay, there's a little glare coming off the window. Let me see if I can do this. Okay, you see that? New shoes. One of the things that he is able to do now, and the process that you are going to be revealed to you is what I'm getting this month, is how you go forward in a new way with this skill set in order to let go, become aware of, and let go of the ways in which you were doing battle with yourself and with others that were just futile. An attempt for dominance that is not what is needed here anymore. Okay? And we want, hang on, I gotta put this card down. So, another thing popping through about this. We don't want this anymore. The time for this type of desire here on earth is over, and this is the set point. Okay? I'm going to move these apart a little bit. I want to show you something. Okay? Look at that. Courtship of skill rather than the combat. Alright? So, you are being asked to be very artful about the ways in which you do combat, if you will. How you deal with your struggles, how you deal with your challenges. As you come across with this sacred vision. Let's see what's at the bridge card this month. There, okay. So again, last month, sent on this quest. Remember? This is the foundation of skill. Through these journeys, you are building this new foundation. And it is this foundation with your passion, with your fire, with your strength. Look at that warrior. Very smart, very accomplished. Forging. Okay? Forging with passion, with your internal fire and your internal power and the skill set that you have developed. Forging something new from this foundation, the skillful foundation that you are gaining. That's a beautiful message. And it is this energy that carries you across for the continuation of your spiritual journey while you walk in your human body. Okay? That's pretty amazing. And you see these two, right? King of Skill with this amazing foundation. It's almost the same message. All right? And look at this line. This beautiful foundation with the King of Art, this mystical vision, and this mystical sacred goddess of victory lined up together in order to vanquish this. This is falling away. It is in the last placement on your human walk. It is passing off. Okay? And when this passes off, you are going to have this new foundation of skill. A lot of skill, a lot of strength, in an artful way. Even though this says foundation of skill, clearly this is a crafts person. Crafting, forging, and again, a reflection of your energy. So let's see what's on the spiritual realm. Okay. This is wonderful. So, what is happening is that you are moving, because this is at the center. This is about sacred, psychic capacity. In order to be coming into fruition, that's the word I'm hearing, you are going to see that you are going across. You see? All right? This foundation of art, that's exactly what it's about. So, you have the King of Skill, followed by the foundation of skill, and above that on the spiritual realm, another new foundation, the foundation of art. This is a reflection of this, okay? So, this person has the capacity to do this. And this foundation of art is about a tradition in the ancient Celtic times. Those who were in a period of sacred learning were taken to a hut where it was dark in order to awaken and deepen their connection with the divine. Do you see that? They would sometimes put a stone at the heart chakra to keep themselves from drifting off into sleep, and to remember to activate the heart-mind pathway. And so, in the hut, there was a transformational journey that took place. And I'm going to pull this card back a little bit. Do you see how this person is lying in this grassy, on these fronds of grass, and they connect from this plane out into the universe. That's the journey you're on this month. It's very interesting. And you have all the skills you need in order to take the quest that started last month, the quest of art. Now you have a new foundation, okay? The foundation of art that comes to you from this type of activity. So Spirit is asking you, please, I'm hearing it twice, please, please, because of the energy you are surrounded with and because you are connected across the veil in these ways, okay? Please make sure to take ample time this month. And I know, a lot of us, because we're human, we're journeying in a human way with our spirit, heart, mind. And so, the factors of life keep us very busy. Take some time, even if it's 5 minutes a day, to come to this place with yourself to connect with Spirit. Because there is information coming through to you that is coming to you from across the veil this month. Okay? Very clear message coming through to me. I hope you understand it. All right? So, let's see where that is taking you. Something profound, some shift is happening. Yeah. Okay, this is fabulous. This is the courtship of art. Again, a number 3 card. Another new place. So, in general, you've developed this set point, this new foundation. And from this foundation of art and skill and ability, if you will, you are connecting in new ways. This card is about your shift and change, growing, new growth happening. It's a number 3 card. And your passion. Those two things, again, male and female archetype energies joining. All right? You see how they are touching? They are sharing their energy with each other. Do you understand? That message has come twice now. So Spirit wants you to do that here on the earthly plane, and with the understanding that this is the energy that is at work this month in the universe, if you will, on the spirit realm. Okay? And I'm going to put this down for a minute and just point this out. Do you see the courtship of skill is here? The skill of joining, using your energy as a Leo. Your energy is very, very important to the collective shift and change. And so, each of us, we're in the process of raising our vibration and our self-awareness and knowledge in order to join the collective. You are very needed with your skill set, helping us create the means with which we go forward away from this type of feudal combat. That's our destiny, okay? So do you see this courtship here, courtship of skill? Utilizing the energy of the King of Art in order to have a courtship of art on the spiritual realm. That's a very loud message. It's quite beautiful, actually. So the story behind this card, these two folks actually were lovers. They were betrothed and they were preparing to marry. And there was an obstacle in their path. And through their artful courtship, because they had thrown this off and they did not do battle in this way, when that obstacle arose in the form of another person who was trying to prevent their marriage, they found a very artful way to literally put that person into a bag. They used a little bit of magic, and their adversary stepped inside this bag at their request, and they just folded it up. They just sort of tied a knot around it and hung it on a hook, and they went forward with their marriage and their sacred destiny with their energies joined together. And, that's the message. When we do this, when we take this step and we perfect the foundation that this brings to us as we step on this courtship of skill and develop this skill set as humans, and, again, with your energy, Spirit says we need your energy. When that happens, I'm sorry, the cards are stuck. When that happens, on the spiritual realm, we activate this destiny. And that's what's going to bring the end to this, right? And the way, pardon me, the way we currently deal with it, which is this. That's futile. It's passing off. Very beautiful. There's very quiet energy here today, Leo. Very, very quiet. So let's see what the outcome is here in the spiritual realm. You know, again, very interesting to me. That is the third foundation card. We have the foundation of skill, the foundation of art that brings forward this courtship with spirit in order to utilize spiritual energy and spiritual vision to create the skillful courtship here on earth. So here's the phrase that's coming through to me. Let's see, you know, I'm probably saying it wrong, so you guys can correct me on the thread. As above, so below. Okay? Spirit is showing you very directly how the hair is running through your life here in the human realm and above in the spiritual realm. How these energies are reflected. And because you have been sent on this quest of art, you have 3 new, Spirit is saying actually 4, set points. A very strong foundation. There are 3 foundation cards here. The foundation of skill, the foundation of art. The art of being an actor and a visionary on the spiritual realm. Being able to envision in a deep way. Just look at this line, okay? This passes off. Here you are. And I don't mean personally, you know, it's we. It does affect you as a Leo. Obviously, this is your reading, okay? But you see this line? Very interesting. So, I keep getting interrupted by Spirit. So, three sets of foundation, okay? The sacred triad, actually. This is sitting above the combat of art. So just see, Spirit wants me to show you this line. There is this futile way of doing combat. And over the top of this reading, giving it energy and direction and light and prophecy. Remember, I think that was popping out of me, prophecy. The empowerment of your will in order to bring you from here to here. And this is the foundation of battle. Do you see the spears? You see that? That is about spiritual power, personal power, not about utilizing weapons. Okay? So there's some very interesting things about this card. Do you see that? Spirit being standing in the background, dressed in red. There's a lot of passion here. And do you see the shield? Same shield that's hanging on the wall behind the King of Skill. The very same shield. Let me show you. It's the very same shield. But it is ghost-like because it is no longer needed. You are being protected. You are being accompanied on your spirit walk. And this person, very activated. That is a spirit being. Okay? A shift and change has happened. And you now are developing a passion because of your fiery Leo nature. You're developing a passion in this direction. And actually this card, the foundation of battle, is a prophecy. You have come through a sacred journey. Okay? This is about having had a rite of passage. So this month, because of the journeying you've been doing, you are coming through a rite of passage. And if you look at these cards, it is very clear that that's what is happening. Okay? And this rite of passage, well, let's see what it's bringing to you. Let's see what the outcome is. There. There you go. The third card that indicates your fiery nature. Okay? So when you have this rite of passage, you are then imbued with fertile energy because this is a queen. Do you see her garment is blue and green? She has transformed and she brings new life. And she sits upon a throne, highly activated. She sits enthroned in the triple spiral of life. birth, life, growth, chaos, decay, degeneration, death, and rebirth. And she sits on this throne of the spiral of life, again, having, congratulating you in a sense, in that you have had this rite of passage. And when you take this rite of passage, this is where you are arriving on this quest that you've been sent on. Your first step in terms of your next arrival point, is what I'm hearing, is into this energy. It is fertile energy because it is a woman sitting here. Doesn't matter if you're a man or a woman. It's about fertile energy and being able, again, to affect shift and change. And being very highly evolved with your passionate nature, with the fire of your passion, with warmth. And fire also is a cleansing agent. It burns away that which is no longer needed in order to make place for new growth, right? So the Spirit wants you to know very clearly that your fiery, not that it is. I think you know that your energy is wanted. But this month, there's a message about the way in which the Leo energy gives to the shift and change that we are experiencing here in 2017. And, if you haven't looked at some of the numerology about this year, please do that. That little message is sort of popping through. I'm going to pull from the bag of runes for you. Okay, Leo? If you want a personal reading, I always forget to say this. My email address is in the description box below the video, okay? And thank you so much to everyone who has been requesting readings. They've been very deeply profound, really beautiful. And there are donations coming through, and I appreciate that just so much. So I'm enjoying very much being with everyone who is looking for deeper messages about the things that are happening in their lives as they relate to the readings as they're coming out. The readings have been the personal readings have been very deeply profound. Okay? I'd be happy to put you in the schedule. So Spirit, please give us, is there any more information for Leo about this very quiet type of inward journeying across the veil this month? What's a message for Leo about their warrior's journey this month? Okay, now I always, if you're new to the channel, not sure. Oh, Leo, look. That is about transformation and initiation. This is the final rune in the cycle runes. And that is why the energy is so deep here today. I'm going to read right from the book, okay? I just wanted you to, Spirit's telling me to show you this image. It's profound. Okay? There we go. So, along with all the message that has come out, this is going to bring you some greater clarity, and it's very profound. Okay, so I'm going to read this to you a little bit slowly. This is the rune of breakthrough, transformation. Here is the final rune belonging to the cycle of initiation. Drawing this rune often signals a major shift or a breakthrough in the process of self-change, a complete transformation in attitude, a 180-degree turn. For some, this transition is so radical that they are no longer able to live the ordinary life in the ordinary way. Do you see? This is passing off. This is passing off from inside you and from here on the earth. Okay? Because the timing is right, the outcome is assured. Although from this present vantage point, it is not predictable. You know, it's going to take some time. It's not going to happen like that. Well, you know what? I kind of think it might, but we have to get to a certain point. We have to progress along our pathway. In each life, there comes at least one moment which, if recognized and seized, transforms the course of that life forever. Rely, therefore, on radical trust, even though the moment may call for you to leap empty-handed into the void. With this rune, your warrior nature reveals itself. You see? You see this? A rite of passage, an initiation. And there's spirit in the background. Sorry about my finger. See? Beautiful. This rune is followed by the blank rune. The magnitude of transformation might be so great as to portend a death, the successful conclusion to your passage. Something is passing off, and that is why we see this way. Okay? A major period of achievement and prosperity is often introduced by this rune. The darkness is behind you. Daylight has come. Nevertheless, you are reminded not to collapse yourself into thoughts for the future or to behave recklessly. Spirit keeps telling me, hold this up. In your new situation. Considerable hard work can be involved in a time of transformation. Undertake to do it joyfully. So, you know, it's interesting. This message is coming through a lot, you know, in the various set points. Spirit wants you to know this month to maintain your focus on the positive, on this courtship of skill that you are developing, okay, on the destiny. You are changing very definitely. Remain in positive thought. Keep your focus on what it is you are trying to manifest here in this world. Okay? Do not allow your thoughts to focus on this part of the world. Do you see how this is represented really only in one way? One card. That's it. We've got one card about this. Go and look at last month where you were at. This month, this is the final step on the human journey. Spirit is saying, focus right here. Right there. Okay? In these ways. Because that is what is going to manifest this change into the Queen of Art so that you can take the next step on this journey. Because, Leo, you are being invited. Spirit is waiting for you. Okay? Don't doubt it. It's really true. Thank you so much, Leo, for the work you're doing. I am very grateful and very joyful. It's very exciting to me to see this. You know, I'm new on YouTube, and so I am beginning to get a little bit busier in terms of personal readings. So if you send me an email and I don't get back to you, be patient. I will get to you. I promise. It might take a day or two, given my schedule. And I will look forward very much to see you in June when all of the retrograde planets will be direct. I'm very much looking forward to that. Have a wonderful month of May. Go to the hut. Okay? Go to the hut and connect there. Thank you, Leo.